feels like in this
first time.
Yeah, it's 212 episodes in, and I'm still like, wait, I gotta go here and I gotta go there and I gotta click stuff, and let's see if it.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. All right, so we are live. We'll give everybody a chance to chime in. I'm sure we'll get the usual suspects. Barak, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the King of the Hammers. It's a giant. What's up, Reverse? It's a giant off-road event that's happening right now out in Johnson Valley, California. It's the biggest off-road event in the country. And awesome. We're leaving. Matt and I are leaving tomorrow, and we're taking about 20-something people out there with us Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. So, we'll have a couple people logged in trying to find out what the details are for that. So,
I spent like all day Sunday just watching racing on the TV.
Yeah. I did. I was working on Monday, even though I didn't start my job until today. I was working on Monday and had the live feed of King of the Hammers up on the studio TV. We can. Shit. Anything else? You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, Brock, you ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, hey everybody! It is Tuesday night, 6:30. We are live on YouTube as we are on Tuesday nights on our Trail Chasers YouTube page. We are joined tonight by Barak Zitron from MODL Outdoors. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing excellent. I'm with hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, thanks for joining. So this is interesting. This is going to be a little bit different than some of the other people we've talked to in the past. It's not necessarily specific to off-road or overlanding, but they've got a product that I think is relevant to just about everything we do in the outdoor arena. And your director of director of Impact? Your director of Impact reached out to us, and we had some email transactions back and forth and talking about it. And I was intrigued with what you
transactions.
I know that was an email transaction. Email conversation.
I mean, I hate emails as it is.
Interactions.
Email interactions.
Okay,
there you go. Email interactions, and from that, we ended up booking you on the show. And I'm glad to have you here, man. So where are you currently at?
I'm in Denver, Colorado, right in the city, and coming to you from my apartment. Actually,
are you a Denver native?
No, I'm from Atlanta. Moved out here about 2 years ago now.
Okay,
kind of crazy because just flies.
Yeah, I would. Was there a reason for it, or were you just like, F Atlanta, I'm out of here?
Well, I do love Atlanta, but we started MODL in Atlanta, and in Atlanta, people got it. They were like, "Oh yeah, a water bottle does more, cool." But out in Denver, it's just a whole different game. You tell somebody that you make a water bottle that turns into a hydration pack, water filter, and camping shower, and people are like,
"Yeah,
I could use that. My friends could use that." And we just kind of stumbled upon Denver because we came out here for OR one year, and like, this is pretty sick. And then we were like, what if we moved to Denver? And it remained a not so terrible idea for like a year and a half, and we just decided to do it. So
wow. So that couple things there. So you touched briefly on what MODL is, and yes. You described it as a what was it? What was what's the modular? What is it? What's it?
We make a modular ecosystem of adventure gear.
Okay, so first of all, that's badass.
It's a transformer.
Yeah, that's a badass tagline right there, right? We have modular ecosystem of adventure gear, so MODL, MODL. You can find it at modloutdoors.com or at modl.outdoors on Instagram and Facebook. Tell us about the MODL bottle.
Yeah, so this is it right here. You guys are going to get to see some cool future products tonight. But it's a future color. But this is MODL, the base of our system. And what's kind of cool about it is basically I had a Nalgene clip to my bag when I was on a hike one time and it was full of water swinging around, and I was like, if there was one loop on the bottom, I could clip it in 2 places and it would be secure and I could just focus on the hike. But this kind of blossomed into a whole like realization that we all need our water, and that's a lot of real estate. Like that's a big thing, but nobody was trying to make it versatile. And I realized at the swap of a cap, you could turn this into a hydration pack, a water filter, camping shower. You can just plug this right onto the top of this right here. And another just big thing that I think it's one of my favorite aspects of the model is these handles are flexible, stretchy, and adjustable. So you can strap it around a bike tube, around a roll cage, on your backpack, on your belt. Yeah. Whatever it is, this is made to make water just super easy to bring with you.
That was the thing that caught my attention is if you go to the MODL Outdoors website, like the life loops that you call them, having the ability, like in a Jeep, strap it to the roll bar. You got one on each side. Your water stays in one place at all time. It's not going to be flopping around. Like that to me was intriguing. The use on mountain bikes. I felt like it was because it's a reusable container. It's very environmentally conscious. It was like you took the water bottle and went, how could we make this next level usable, and ran with it. So you said you started this in Atlanta. When did this whole thing start?
This started back at the very end of 2017, really officially became a company early 2018. And that was when I was leaving college with two of my best friends. I was going to be in finance. They were going to be in finance and medical school. Basically we're like, let's go chart our own path. Like, let's go see if we can do this. Cause we felt like it was so obvious. You can do so much with water, but there was no multi-tool for water. And we were just like, let's see if we can make this happen. So we mocked it up and, basically showed the website to people to see if they'd try to buy it, and got some good data. We're able to take that to an investor. They gave us the capital to go make the first prototypes, launched a Kickstarter, shipped those, and we've been live on the market for 2 years basically. So that was the 15-second version.
That's nuts. Like that whole, hey, let's go for a hike. And 2 years later, you've got your own company and you're building an empire around a reusable modular.
If that were the key to success,
maybe we should go on more hikes.
Yes, I'm not. As you can see, by
just not going to be successful.
We're not going to have any good ideas because we don't go hiking anywhere.
No.
If the key to success was like, hey, let's hang out and drink some beer, I'd be super successful.
So what you need is a reusable beer bottle that refills itself, kind of like Thor does. You know how like.
Thor didn't do that.
No, Loki.
Doctor
Strange. That's right. So when Doctor Strange was refilling Thor's beer bottle, that's what you need to invent.
Okay, I'm on.
There we go. Just get some Benedict Cumberbatch in here, and we'll be set.
Barak,
Dude, if we got some Benedict Cumberbatch in here, my wife would be in here as well, and I don't need to see that. I don't need to experience that.
Besides which, I'm holding out for Steve Garvey anyhow. So. He doesn't know. Inside joke.
Yeah. The
bad one.
So if you and your partners there kind of had a finance background, how did you leap from spreadsheets, which is my favorite thing in the world, to industrial design?
That's a great question. We first of all, we didn't know how. Basically, luckily it was a seemingly pretty basic product. I had the vision for it. It's a flexible bottle with 2 ends and different caps that you could screw on to give it different functionality. Nothing crazy. Like I'm not like I'm not reinventing the bottle, I guess. But
you kind of did.
I did. But I kind of I could visualize what I wanted. A double-ended bottle, flexible in the middle, and caps that did different things. So I knew what I wanted, and then I started, just doing sketches. I mean, I had some Photoshop skills, so then I took a Nalgene and just cut it down the middle and mirrored the image, and I'm like, model this, and then I was like, how do I make this more real. And so I found a program called Tinkercad, which is literally like elementary school CAD software that you can find on the internet. And I literally started just like, okay, here's a cylinder and I need caps. And I just put the caps on. I was like, that looks a little strange. And what's actually interesting is that program can't make perfect circles because perfect circles are hard for it to calculate. And so you could only do up to like 64 sides. But it actually made me realize that a 14-sided cap looked cool. So this came directly from Tinkercad because it couldn't do a circle.
That is badass. I love the idea that there's a there's a limitation. You run up against a limitation. You went, nope, not a limitation.
Now it's a
design
focal point.
feature.
Yeah, focal point.
Exactly. And I mean, it's like it's not a crazy, like it's a pretty simple form at the end of the day. And I knew like I wanted 2 flat sides. So like if you're hiking or you just want to put it down on your desk, flat, or you've got 2 things coming out of either side because you might, we wanted to be able to put it down on the ground so it doesn't roll away. So I was like, okay, 2 flat sides here. And after that, that was definitely not like a usable design. What I did then was I went on Fiverr and literally hired this guy called Dima, this Ukrainian dude, for $20 an hour to I was like, make this real. And he
did it.
You are the coolest dude ever because you're like, I got an idea. I ain't got any skills. F it. $20 an hour, dude. Figure it out. And now look at this. This is, and I'm not being sarcastic here. Like, this is the dream. Like, this is for people that have an idea and have the inspiration and they're willing to follow it down a path, you can get to the reality of it if you just go the next step. And that's awesome. I'm super impressed with you for that.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. And like what I can stress to anybody is just like, you have an idea, just run towards it until you hit a wall. And then once you hit a wall, you're like, all right, now I need to ask somebody what the fuck to do.
Walls.
And then you talk to the first person who might know, but what you want to do is then ask that person, who do you think I should talk to? And then you do the same thing with the next person. By the time you've had 3 conversations, you're with somebody who actually really knows what they're doing and can give you really solid advice. And so then kind of had like renderings for this and that's when we made it look real. And at that point, we still didn't know, we didn't have the confidence to say, okay, we're not going to take our jobs and, go do this water bottle thing. What we did was we made like an MVP. And what that basically means is instead of actually trying to make the product, we got renderings of it. I took photos that made it look real. And we basically made a mock website to show the thing, to show what it would do, and create a little survey that basically people could pick their mods so we could see what functionality people wanted. And if they got all the way to the end, it would basically say, sorry, you caught us before we're ready, but enter your email if you want to stay in the loop. And so this was a way for us to capture leads, but also to see how much would it cost for us to advertise and for people to buy it, but also what would people buy. And we were able to take that data to an investor, and he basically was like, all right, let's see what you guys can do, and gave us some money to then go really develop it, and then kind of hit some weird walls. And I'll skip to the cool part, which is that it was totally failing. Like the hard part is attaching. You guys cool if I'm going into
do it.
Yeah.
Cool. So the hard part about creating a bottle like this is attaching rigid threading to a soft body.
Yeah.
Because you got to be able to do that very reliably and in a way that doesn't break. And what I was imagining is like you just have this cylinder of silicone essentially with kind of shoulders, and you would have a nut that goes through and a bolt that would sandwich the silicone on either side. And it sounds logical. The problem is you go from having, this is 3-piece bottle, cap, and cap, to having bottle, internal nut, out external bolt, cap, and the same on the other side. And all of a sudden you're dealing with 4 different threadings and screws. And we're like, this is not good. It's not even working. We spent like 10 grand developing that. And I was like, shit, like, what are we going to do? We're running out of money. And then I hopped on Alibaba. If you want to design a product, go on Alibaba, and I just searched silicone water bottle to see how other people were already doing it.
Yeah.
And I came across this company that was making these bottles that just had silicone overmolded on stainless steel. And I'm like, that is super high quality. That is very durable. Like, and I showed them the pictures of what I wanted. And I was like, can you take your bottle, put the ends on both sides and make them bigger and put my body in the middle? And they were like, yeah.
They were like, no one's ever asked that, but what the hell? Let's try it.
Yeah. And what's so awesome about Alibaba is you're connecting with suppliers, and these suppliers, they make money on you manufacturing, but they have engineers there. So if you have a vision, they'll develop it for free. You don't have to pay them to do that. They will develop it based on the idea that you will one day manufacture it. And that's how they're going to make their money.
Cody's writing that down. He just wrote it down. So who knows?
I have a whole freaking folder full of ideas that I'm like, that
Barak, who knows what you just
I gave
unleashed
you
unleashed on the rest of us.
Where I gave you the kudos earlier for following the path. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm not going any further.
Some of the
this.
dumbest
That's
shit.
No one needs to see that. No one needs my idea for that shit.
At the end of the day, it's like more, once you have an idea, remix existing ideas that exist on Alibaba and push it towards what you want. And, after that point, it was still a lot of, back and forth and having to create prototypes and this, that, and the other. But all of a sudden, like, we had something that worked and that sealed, and we're like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So
yeah, because
that was kind of how we created it.
Because I would think even once you have, I'm on the website checking it out again, and because once you have the prototype, now it's like, let's go beat the crap out of this thing and see what happens, right? So we have to tweak this. I would imagine the life loops, that was quite a bit of a R&D process to make sure they stretched, but were strong, but strong enough not to break. For those of you that haven't gone to the website yet, on the end of the bottle, there's a mod that has a fitting so that you can attach a tube and have a hydration pack. So like, going back to the UTVs, if you're in your UTV, you can strap this to the roll bar and then have the.
How can you describe how big this device, the bottle, is? Roughly,
it's about average. It's about average girth.
Oh,
average.
How much does it hold in 12-ounce increments?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 3 actually. It holds 36 ounces, pretty much.
I like that. I like that a lot.
From a design perspective, I would assume the rubber around the steel part, where like I would assume that's like there's like a lot of failure point, like trying to figure out what the thickness of the silicone had to be.
Yeah.
Thickness, durometer, multiple durometers,
girth, length, all of it. It's all important. It all
All
matters.
the exactly. All the relevant measurements.
Yes. But yeah, I mean the idea of having that core component of the model and then being able to, I'm just going to carry it. I don't need anything. I'm going to strap it to my backpack. I'm going to put it in my water bottle holder. I'm going to put it on the bike and use it as a hydration pack. Like the idea of having multiple ways to use that thing is interesting. It's like, it's a great idea. Like that, how come it took until 2022 for this to happen? What was
it didn't. It took that long for us to find it.
Yes.
Yeah.
For us to find it.
The mods, the additional mods, was that an evolution over time, or was that part of like your initial concept of the product?
It was part of the initial concept. I just realized that like Analgene was it just wasn't cutting it. I was like, why would we carry something this big that doesn't function, do other things? And I was realizing we have bottles, we have bladders, we have filters, all dispensing water at the end of the day, and none of it worked together. And I was like, this is what? Like, you need water. Like, water is the one thing that you need when you're out adventure. However,
that depends on
that.
who you're with, dude. That depends on who you're with.
True,
Casey wanted to know how many 12-ounce. Casey now
That's
wants
all,
to buy
just
6
liquid.
models so he can just fill each of them individually and strap them around the seat of his car.
There you go.
Um,
Well, let me show you guys something cool that I think the overlanding community will like. We're working on a mega model.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
so, yeah, so this is
64 ounces?
Huh?
64 ounces?
This is a gallon.
Whoa.
And basically what we're doing is providing the modularity on this as well, but this is a double wall vacuum insulated stainless steel. So it'll keep all your shit either hot or cold. You're going to have mega loops on this guy, so you can strap it straight to a roll cage or under your seat, whatever it is. You're going to be able to put a tube on this and, be able to drink out of it from your seat, whatever it is, maybe even pressurize it so you can spray the water or put it into another bottle. This is going to be sweet. We're really stoked on that. And what I like I said, we're just creating an ecosystem of gear. It's kind of like Lego for adventure, and we started with water.
Yeah, that's. I need to get my hands on a model, and
we'll
one of these water bottles, like for
We'll send you
sure.
guys a couple.
Don't tell my wife. So going back to some of the stuff that you talked about, like I think that we glossed over it a little bit. You've got not only the model body and the caps and the go for the tubes, but you've also got a filter system for this. Talk to me about how that came about.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking, what are the main things you're doing with water when you're out in nature? One, you're drinking out of a normal bottle. You want your water to be portable. You would like to have a hydration pack for a lot of cases, whether you're on a bike, whether you're in your car, whatever it is. A camping shower, like rinsing stuff off. We call it the rinse mod. Rinsing off either you or your dog's paws, your feet when you're at the beach, like just useful stuff. And then the other one was clearly filtration, being able to carry less water. And I actually don't have a filter with me, but it goes right inside the bottle. And so you can just dunk this in a stream, put the bottle on or put the top on and just filter as you drink. And what's particularly nice is a lot of filtration bottles are hard, they're rigid, and that makes it difficult. You have to like pull the water through the straw. Have you ever seen a life straw? They advertise you like literally lying down on the side of a river. Like who's gonna do that? Like seriously. And
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls. But because this is a flexible bottle, just by holding it, you're helping push water through. So it's just a much better drinking experience. And the fact that this is flexible and has all these things kind of compounds as opposed to being a jack of all trades sort of situation.
It sounds to me like for Jose, you could probably put Coors Light in that and then filter it so that it tastes like real beer.
Oh, it'd be like
You mean
it'd be
make it even
Coors
crispier.
Light.
Yeah, like at least it couldn't hurt. It might
It'd
help.
be organic Coors Light.
Yeah.
Are there any mountains on it on that bottle
do
that
you have a
change
bottle
color?
where the mountains change color at all, so we know when to drink the Coors Light?
Probably if you rub it the right way.
Yes. Well, I say that about all things. If you rub it the right way, you'll know. You'll know.
But I don't know what would happen if you put beer through a pure mod.
Only one way to find out, guys.
There's only one
We're
way
gonna
to
do a lot of R&B.
We're
We're gonna do a lot.
pioneers
You guys are
around
bad.
here,
Let me
okay?
know.
Matt is the tip of the spear. He will collect that data and then he will send it your way.
I'll try it, and if it ruins my experience with beer, then that's enough. It doesn't work, guys.
And for those in the chat room that are trying to do the conversion, Elam had asked how many beers were in a gallon, and John said it's 128 ounces. So that's 10.8 beers for those of you that are looking to put
the
something
mega one?
in your mega bottle, mega model.
Just-
yeah.
Just enough.
I would say that's about half a trail run for you.
Yeah, that gets you started.
Yeah.
This would be good to run with. We're like aiming this at runners primarily, I think. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
not for me.
marathonist.
I'm not running anywhere.
Nobody's ever chased me enough for me to start running. So
So all of so you guys are based out of Colorado. Oh, and by the way, if you guys go to their website, the model website is like black and orange with mountains, and so I've got my lawyer working on it, whether or not there's some infringement there. That was mine.
So, not looking at the site, are there different colors, different model? Like, can you get different colored bottles?
Yeah. So right now they've got the Glacier and a tie dye.
Ooh.
All of the different mods I'm showing them up on the screen. I don't think you can see them right now, Barak, but there's the filter. The filter's pretty cool. Like if you look at the way he was talking about it, you just basically clip it into the cap before you put the cap in the water. So you don't have to, it's not filtering the water on the way in, it's filtering on the way out as you're drinking it.
I see there it'll filter up to 790 gallons. That's
serious.
Per filter?
That's a
Per
lifetime
filter,
for you.
yeah. That's about 3,000 models, so more than you'll ever use it for.
That's a lifetime for Matt.
Yes. Matt is 48 years old and has not had that much water in his system.
There's no way I've drunk that much water. I don't even know if I've bathed in that much water. So, wow. Oh, that's pretty good, though, as far as the filter, the lifespan of the filter.
And it removes 99.9% protozoa and bacteria. So I don't know. Sometimes I'm looking for protozoa because that's some protozoa.
I'm feeling a little low on protozoa today. Or hey, did you guys have any vitamin protozoa?
Yeah,
that I can borrow.
Yeah. So you've got it broken down by shopping by product. You've got gear bundles. I like the gear bundles where you're like, okay, this is the model ride as an example. If you're a mountain biker, here's everything you need for that, for exploring. And then you've got the shop by lifestyle on the website, which is cool. I think to me, it seems like there's an unexpected endless amount of possibilities in what you've created here with a very basic core component of the model itself. Now you're expanding into so many other things.
Yeah, I mean that's what's so cool about modular design in general. We didn't really know when we started. I just thought have a bottle that has different caps that do different things. Like that seems like it makes sense and a lot of people could use it. But yeah, all we have to do is make a different cap or you make a different attachment and all of a sudden a whole new group of people can use it.
Yeah, I could see this where someone's like, hey, I've got this use case. Can you figure it out? And now you've got an entirely new product for that niche.
I was just thinking that.
So,
Go ahead, I have it like a coffee mug. I bought I'm a big Dodger fan. Sorry, Barak. You said you're from Atlanta. Good for you, I guess.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah. But anyhow, last year when we won the World Series, I bought a coffee, one of those negative. Shut up, Jose. Shut up, Jose. It's real. It's real if I say it's real. But I bought like a little coffee mug. It's like one of those vacuum cylinder, with the little cap on it. And this piece of shit, the cap already leaks. It's like, dude, I used it 2 effing times.
Dodgers on it.
The cap does not say Dodgers. But either way, it's like, dude, I wish I could just get another cap for it. It seems like this is because it's modular or whatever. You would be able to, if something broke or you threw it at Jose and you broke your cap, you could just get another one, right?
Well, stop throwing it at your robot, dude.
Exactly. Like that's one of the pros of modular design. You can just pop in a new piece as opposed to having to replace the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was actually going to show you guys. So one group of people that has really taken to model is the diverse abilities community, the people who can't walk or just aren't as mobile as the rest of us. And there's no good solution for hydration on a wheelchair. Yeah. And so we're actually developing this thing right here, which is like the like,
oh yeah.
So it can go straight to somebody's mouth so they don't have to move at all.
Oh, that's cool.
That is awesome. So the model itself using the life loops can strap to the chair. That thing clamps on the arm of the chair and it brings it up to where they don't have to use their hands to get to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's genius. And
John G in the chat room was asking if both of the ends are threaded, could there be a coupling so that you can connect 2 bottles together?
You could have a model. You can have a double-ended model. Who doesn't want a double-ended model?
I dream about
There
that.
Look
it
at
is.
that.
There you go, John
Look
D.
at that.
Look at that.
We're working on. I told it Lego. That's what I'm saying. Like, Lego, but actually useful.
Hey, you know what? If my kid heard you say that, he'd be very upset.
I'm sorry to all the kids out there.
He loves
No,
his Legos.
they just need to upgrade to model one day.
Yeah, I'm like, my mind is blowing up because it's great water hydration, great, but what's to stop that model from being used for anything fluid related, gear related?
Yep.
I'm picturing Matt, back in the day, like, I don't know if you had these, but when inside my truck and in my tool bags, I had those plastic containers that you could put screws and stuff in, and they had the little slot at the top where you could.
Yeah, the little.
I'm thinking that from a like a parts container perspective, right? Double-ended. You could use that as a parts container. Water. There's so many things.
Brock's so mad at you right
now. No, I'm not.
We're not making
screws in my freaking water bottle.
I'm just saying. It's super
you know how much research I went on this? Hey, why don't you go to Alibaba and start harassing
use your
those
freaking
guys?
coffee can and put screws in their coffee can.
Versatile. What I was saying, it was freaking versatile. That's all I was saying.
Get ready, Alibaba, because all the bullshit that's coming your way. They're gonna start emailing you. Can you just?
They
stop?
want it.
No, dude, you don't know. You don't know. He's gonna bombard this poor website with a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. They're probably gonna reach out to me to try and stop him.
So what's the R&D process? I mean, it sounds like you started in 2017. So how long did it take to get to the point where you've got a core set of products and mods that you're like, it's on the website and you're up and running? When did you feel like the brand hit its stride?
We launched the product on our website January 2020. So it was about 2 years of real development plus manufacturing time, that was about a 6-month lead time just because it was our first time manufacturing. And so about 1.5 years of development, 6 months of our first production run, plus shipping to America, which is crazy right now if you're in that space. And it's been 2 years since then, essentially, that we've been selling it on the market. And what's great, like you said, when I want to upgrade the bottle, like we started with a different Go mod that was like it was like a plug in a hole, and no bueno, not good. This is a bite valve this is open, and I can squeeze this thing, and not until I bite it is any water going to come out of it. And so this is just a much nicer wet, like huge upgrade and tiny thing. And we only had to ship people these tiny little nozzles, this little right here, in order for them to get an upgrade.
That's awesome.
As opposed to having to release a whole new product. So yeah, the benefits keep coming. And, for instance, these super loops, these adjustable longer loops, we didn't have those when we started. We started with life loops, which are just these guys. And we realized, these should be longer so that they're easier to fit around tubes and bikes, whatever, but also should be adjustable. And I mean, I developed with our manufacturer, and then I've gotten, somewhat decent at CAD. And I literally just was like, copy and paste this circle again and again and again. And that's how we made it.
I was just about to say, that's a good use of your finance background and schooling.
There you go. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, but what's awesome is that like it all helped. But it all helped, and you need to understand spreadsheets, or at least it helps in a tremendous way to understand spreadsheets to start a business, just because then you can start to see into the future a little bit, which I think is the coolest part about finance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find it the most frustrating part of spreadsheets.
I was just telling someone today at work that flowcharts and spreadsheets are my favorite thing in the world. So yeah, it's a good time. So what? It doesn't sound like you're sitting back and resting on the current model version, and you're iterating and developing. What kind of tools are you, or what kind of feedback are you using from the consumers to determine what direction you go next? How are you getting those ideas for the next iteration? Yeah,
so I mean, we're constantly talking. I mean, we actually schedule time every Tuesday to talk to customers and to hear their feedback. And it's great to hear feedback. And really, what when we start to perk our ears up is when we hear the same thing multiple times. And I mean, one of the biggest ones was that, this would pop, the first version of this would pop open in somebody's bag. And like, that is, you can't have that happening. So it was like, all right, that is task number one. And then we started seeing that people really wanted to use the life loops to strap it around their bike tubes, but it was really, you could do it, but it was really difficult. And that kind of forced us into, okay, well, let's design a longer loop, but not all bike tubes and roll cages are the same diameter. How can we work with that? Well, just create an adjustable loop. And so a lot of it has kind of been, remixing what we already had and taking what we already had. And actually the bite valve that we have right on the bottle came straight from this, because when I actually originally produced the bottle, I was sitting there actually like in the factory playing around with it. And then I cut one of these off like right here and just stuck it right on top. And I realized that this is a way better way to drink, but we were already in the process of manufacturing our first one. And I was like, how are we going to do this? And I literally went to the supplier that, makes these stock. And I was like, put that design on something that'll fit on this. And that was back and forth, finally got it working, made a mold, produced it, shipped it out.
Yeah, that is so cool. I think that constant iteration and variations of just a little bit of life changes for better quality of life on the product. That starts leading to bigger and better ideas like the mega model and the double-ended model and all. I mean, what is next? I mean, so let's talk about the mega model. Is that's not out yet?
Not out yet. That one's still in development.
What's the time frame?
Best I could say is late this year, early next.
He doesn't have a spreadsheet open in front of him.
Well, what you'll learn, at least early on in a design company, design does not happen linearly. It's very you might have a breakthrough, and then you have 3 iterations where it's like nope, and nope. And you're exactly where you were, and it
sounds like
4
producing
months
a
later.
podcast. You have one good one, and then it's like nope.
Yeah. So working on refining the current product in all the ways that we can, but we also have some new mods coming out. One I'm going to show you right now because the bottle's double-ended, and that makes it great because there's 2 loop connections. It also makes it easy to clean, but we always imagined there would be an awesome use for this bottom cap as well. There'd be a great companion. So what we're making is the glow mod, and
that's dope.
What?
Yeah, this is going to be, you can see it right here. This is our prototype, but this thing itself, we realized that the bottle itself, it's the perfect.
It's a
because
lantern.
it's so large.
Yeah. So it's a lantern.
Have you ever seen Pitch Black?
Oh,
No.
yes.
When they put all those little glowing baby aliens in the jars?
Inside the jar, and then they carry
That's what it looked like.
to save themselves from the aliens. Oh, my God. Barak's from the future.
I'm saving everybody from the aliens when you're
Yes.
overlanding near Roswell.
So let me ask, when the glow mod is in, is it waterproof? You can still have water in it? Bitch.
Yep. Not this prototype, but the next prototype we get should be that way, and definitely the final version. But this will live on the bottom of your bottle. It'll be a totally normal cap. Otherwise, it'll be black. And yeah, it's just going to be a normal bottle. But then so much utility comes from just having a light, and you're always going to have your water bottle with you. So and you also want this size in order to diffuse light in such a big way. And so a lot of people don't want to have standalone lanterns that are this size. So you end up with these tiny little LED lanterns. And that's kind of another example of how, it's not a jack of all trades. It's actually the uses are compounded by the fact that it's that it is the form that it is.
I am genuinely super impressed about that idea.
Yeah, but
that is a
Is
bitchin'
that going to be
idea.
like
Dude, if
USB rechargeable?
they had a UV LED in there, it can also sterilize the water.
Oh my!
Yeah, we're there's plenty of like future
Hashtag.
ideas for this to go.
You can't do that. We took it. We own it.
Is that?
you can
Are you
have
going to
that.
make
You can
that
have
like
You can have that one for free.
rechargeable, like USB rechargeable, or will it take a battery?
Oh yeah, this is USB rechargeable. It'll go for I think a max of like 12 hours, which is pretty damn good. What's also cool is when the bottle is empty like this and you have the other end open, we call it the light cannon. It's like half lantern, half flashlight.
Oh wow!
And so what's cool about this is you get ambient lighting, but also directed lighting. And also it's just super. This thing itself, because it's part of our system, it has loops on it, right? These are super loops. And so if your power goes out, you can strap this, right above your sink and do your dishes. You can strap this to the shower.
When the power goes out,
I ain't doing no dishes.
Yeah, if the power goes out, first of all, you don't need power. You don't need power to wash the dishes. But that's the first excuse. I can't do the dishes.
It should be a magnetized base.
Yeah.
You can use it.
What am I supposed to do? The dishes in the dark? I'm gonna cut myself.
Oh, there you go, Jose. Jose's killing it for tonight. So the other cap is magnetized. So you have the light mod and the magnet mod, the mag mod.
Yep, mag mod.
That sounds like a breaking the internet type of thing, or crossing the streams. Like, I don't know if you want to do that, Jose. You might want to research that first.
Oh yeah, okay.
Magnets and lights and water
and then next thing you know,
it sounds like trouble. Yeah, it sounds like trouble, dude.
We're all mutants from the magnetic pull of the light. It reverse
I've seen enough
osmosis.
sci-fi. Yeah, that's the gate to hell.
Yes,
this is essentially what that is.
Or the key to superpowers. Look, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Well, you are. I mean, you got nothing to lose.
I got nothing to lose at this point.
He needs all the help he can get.
Yeah, I need all the help I get. What else, man? I mean, like, are you guys? I feel like there's probably like this running list in some collaborative project management website that you guys are using. That's like, okay, this is an idea. This is an idea. This is an idea. How far can we go with each one of them?
Yep. We have some big things in the works beyond even just bottles. One I'll share, which is the base of a whole new system actually, but also part of the same is, so the loop itself, you might notice one of these guys right here. Are you guys familiar with volet straps?
No.
They're basically just these awesome straps that allow you to tie anything together. And what this stud allows you to do is make a carabiner out of your bottle handle, or something that you can use to tie down and secure something. And we're making multiple sizes. And one you can see on my wrist right here, this is what we call the infinity tool. And this thing is like mega useful. And the idea is that these are things that you have with you all the time because they're easy to carry. They don't get in the way. You have them on things that you always carry anyway. And you can strap anything together if you've got to tie gear down, if you have to
wrists or whatever for whatever reason.
Yeah,
well, like if you get out of hand, at the campsite, we need to
don't come near me. Stay the hell away from me.
But yeah, we're just saying it. Adventure gear, you want something that's versatile. That's the whole point here. Yeah. And like every single part of this bottle, we want to be absolutely useful, and that's what we're creating. And yeah.
Well, not only useful, but I think the reusability makes it an environmentally conscious product. I think the fact that you're able to take the modularity and adapt it to people that need those adaptations. I mean, that's all very, very cool stuff, as opposed to going, look, I got a water bottle, like, have at it. It's like you're taking it to a whole nother level with, it's more than that. You know what I mean? And I think that's I think it's super cool that it started as a very simple concept and has expanded into this entire ecosystem.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to stress is we want to keep it simple. Like, I want this to be a great everyday bottle as well. And what I'm realizing is you don't have to compromise that much when you're doing that. If you design smartly and you don't try to tackle too many things at once, you can make something that's simple to use, works great as a normal bottle, but then transforms when you need it to.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
If you guys want, we could loan Jose out to you. It seems like he has a lot of ideas you guys are sharing.
I just thought of another idea. What
my way.
What?
I was thinking if you make like a rugged, what am I trying to say?
Better be
like,
good, Jose. You've already been
like
on
a rugged series, right? You could like raptor line the plastic, like so it's like real durable. It's still flexible.
Yeah. So more like a rubberized versus the silicone for.
Yes. Probably with like grit in there, so you can.
I was going to go the opposite direction and say you could do the catheter mod and then use it as a container versus a hydration pack.
All right,
just jump the shark.
Catheter mod with the filter.
You should have said
it removes 99.9%.
Where'd Barak go? He hung up on it.
So does Noah.
Yeah.
Again, Alibaba. Here comes. Get ready.
A tidal wave.
Yeah.
No, we get all sorts of requests. Believe me.
What's the weirdest? What's the weirdest thing or the most outlandish thing you're like that doesn't make any sense?
I don't know.
Keep talking. I'm sure you'll come up with something.
I mean, catheter mod is pretty out there.
Right? Thank you.
All I'm gonna say is in that realm, some of the coolest stuff that we've seen is people are trying to use it to pump up like bike tires as they like put their tube or the
that would be
the air thing at the end of this and like step on it to pump up a tire. And I don't know if they were successful, but I think it's a valid idea. So
you could have the.
If they had a check valve in it or something.
I would say a check valve on that other end of the cap, right? So you change the back cap with the one-way valve.
Hashtag check valve.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah. We do have a check valve. It's an umbrella valve, and that was one of the hardest things to actually do. Like to create a valve that would let air in, based on how much the silicone actually just wanted to pop out on its own, but also retain water. That was one of the hardest design pieces for sure.
Well, I was thinking as a separate mod. Like, so if I'm a mountain biker and I'm riding and I had a flat tire. You bummer, you got to dump your water out, but then you put the check valve on the back end and the hose on the other end, and now you've got your pump.
Yeah, no, that's the idea. And we're even thinking like you could even put maybe two together and have a one-way valve in the middle section, and if you were to press like this, you could like pump water uphill.
Yep.
For whatever reason. Who knows?
It's to me, like, again, it's endless. It's an endless possibility of ideas. It's just a matter of how many different people need that specific mod and then go mass produce it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think? Where's mod in 3 years? Judging where you've come in the last 3, where's mod in the next 3? Model.
Yeah. So I think. You're gonna see us in plenty of retail stores. Hopefully, you're seeing a bunch of people have models, especially in awesome communities like overlanding, one wheeling. We find that like just vehicles in general fit really well with model because it's mountable hydration. And yeah, really, we want to focus on really getting into communities that can use it well and then growing out from there. So. By that time, we'll probably be a little bit more every day as well. We'll have a model slim, we'll have mega model, we'll have more mods. The model itself will be even more refined and more useful and simpler at the same time is really what we're going for.
Mm-hmm. I think you're on the right track, man. I think what you guys, again, the idea of, we're going to interview someone that's got this hydration pack idea, and then you now take what that baseline of expectation is for this product, and you've blown us away with the ideas and the usefulness and the simplicity and the modularity of it. I think it's super cool, and I think the community is going to like it. So for those of you that are looking to get your hand on a model, it's MODL Outdoors.com or model.outdoors on IG and Facebook. Come on, model bottle. That is a bitchin'. Let's go back to the marketing for a second. That is a bitchin' name and a bitchin' marketing idea. Like the logo is badass. Like, was that all you, or did you have a team do that? Where did all that come from?
I took so model. What the name was my idea. I was like modular model.
Perfect.
I was like, when I told one of my co-founders, I was like, and we call it model. He was like, sometimes there are correct answers, and I was like, I agree with that. And then it was, I mean, I like to keep it simple. And this is the logo I developed, model, where it's just kind of playing on, the negative space. And then we wanted to make it a little bit more, pizzazzy. And we found a design firm, and they gave us a bunch of new logos, and we were like, these aren't great. We're like, can you iterate on this guy right here? And they basically just turned the O into an orange mountain, and it definitely worked.
It's so funny because my wife says that every version of every logo I've ever created is just a different version of Orange Mountains. That's all it is.
Well, clearly you're doing something right.
Ask Casey about Orange Mountains and the shirts he wears every day. Dude, I'm super impressed. Like, this is very cool. I think you're a very cool guy. I love the feel of your company and the way you guys, as a, just a scrappy startup, decided to do this and change your life and move to Colorado because that's where you needed to be. And it sounds like you've gotten a lot of success out of this. And I feel like it's going to get even bigger as you iterate and reach out to more communities. I think this is a great idea, man. And kudos to you and your team for pulling it off.
Thank you so much. And I mean, it's been a wild ride. And if anybody is thinking about, they have like a product in mind, like really try to just sketch it up, go on Alibaba, see if anything else out there is like it, and see what you can do, because it's possible, honestly. And just go for it.
Can you just preface that like they have to be good ideas?
No, they don't.
Just so Cody understands.
I feel like we should start singing like ideas. If you can dream it.
Yeah, well, what I'll say is, if you want to test it, if you really want to know before you sink any money into it, mock it up, make it look real, and see if people will buy it. And that's kind of shitty for the people who try to buy it, who are like, this is dope, and it doesn't work. But that tells you, okay, I need to go make this thing so that person can actually buy this in the future. And that gives you, the data, the confidence in yourself, and data if you need to go, pitch that to a friend, a family member, or, somebody out of your network to help bring this thing to life.
That's awesome, man. And great advice for people that are looking to do something like that.
Definitely.
Well, look, everybody, go check out MODL Outdoors, MODLOutdoors.com, and pick yourself up one of these modular bottles and test it out. I would love to hear some feedback, some hands-on feedback from the community, and get a chance to test these out. So, Barak, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to Maya for connecting us, and we really appreciate your time on the show. And is there anything else you want to tell the listeners before we let you have the rest of your night back?
Thanks for taking the time. I hope you think it's awesome, and go try it out. If you use the code "thank you" on our website, it's 25% off. Yeah, we'd love to have your feedback. We'd love to have you a part of our community and help us make this better, because we're just trying to make this. We're trying to make it the dopest hydration system possible. So come join us.
I think you're there, man. I think you're there. So go to MODLOutdoors.com. Use the coupon code "Thank You" to get a discount. And I expect on the next run to see a handful of these strapped to some vehicles.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks, Barak. You have a great night.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Thank you. That was great. Great conversation.
He didn't hang up.
Good time. Yeah, he didn't hang up. That's good. A lot of times people just hang up. No, that was really cool, man. I am super impressed with not only you and your company, but the product. I think it's awesome. So,
yeah, he wants to make a catheter and a screw holder out of it.
Yes. Yeah, I was just
you won't believe.
There's no bad ideas.
You want to combine those two together somehow.
There you go.
There's no bad ideas in a brainstorm session, sir.
Except for the bad ones.
We'll send some bottles your way. We'd love to just hear y'all's feedback, and hope you guys can get some amazing use out of them. Yeah. Do you guys have any trips planned in the near future? Anything interesting besides
tomorrow?
24 hours from now.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, 24 hours from now,
That's right.
my ass will be in the desert with Matt.
Freezing.
Yeah, cold as shit,
And
but I
then-
won't care.
And then in
well,
April,
you
we
guys
have
will be.
a big trip.
You guys will be
Yeah.
in the desert.
Yeah, we're going out to Johnson Valley this week. and
Mojave in April.
Mojave in April.
Mojave Trail.
Nice.
Yeah, we always do day trips too. So.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff like that.
Cool.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, in the next by the end of the day tomorrow, I'll have this clipped together. I'll send you an email with the details of it being posted, and then with some social media branding stuff, and then we'll go from there. But if anything happens or anything you need anything between now and then or going forward, just reach out.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, it's been great to meet all of you. And I'll let you guys know whenever we're headed to an overlanding event. I know we've got a couple scheduled for this year. I don't remember the names. But I'll let you know if we're going to be there. And yeah, hope to connect in the future and stay in the loop.
Awesome. Thanks,
Cool.
man.
Thanks, man.
You have a great night.
Thank you, sir.
For sure. Yeah. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Dude, that was awesome. That was super awesome.
That is a cool ass water bottle.
It is a cool ass.
I feel like
water
I
bottle.
still feel like there's so many more uses that
I know
haven't been discovered.
We're brainstorming. We're gonna have a whole. We should have a trail chaser. Hold on, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we were just saying that was a super cool interview, and Barak was a great guy, and Jose made the comment that there's a bunch of uses that we haven't discovered yet.
Yeah.
I think we should have a Trail Chaser community forum with feedback on ways we can use that flexible bottle and come up with like the top.
Yeah, that already sounds like a bad. Like I'll come up with a bunch of bad uses. Like, oh man, no, not another horrible idea, man.
Somebody
wrong with you?
Somebody in the chat room, I caught it as it was going by, was saying that it'd be great to carry all that extra fluid you need for Jeep owners.
Yeah, I saw that.
And all that grease for the burr fields for
Yeah.
a Land Cruiser.
What's up, Nemesis? So yeah, that great, super cool product. I'm excited about the opportunity to check it out. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I've got a water bottle with me almost everywhere I go at all times, and for it to be a much more useful tool, that'd be
Well,
cool.
having the double-ended caps or whatever, and mods in that way, yeah, that opens a lot of doors to just different ideas. Again, that
Dimensions,
UV light,
new
the
dimensions.
UV light was like, oh my god,
That
Jose,
was-
The light was
look at you.
freaking cool.
And then I was like, you had another idea. You were like, and then how about this one, guys? And I was
You're
like,
like, don't-
Yeah.
please, I hope it's good. Cause,
Don't
you know,
talk about pissing in it.
exactly. Don't fuck it up. Start talking about pissing in it.
Start pissing
And
or
then-
fucking it.
Exactly. And then you were like, oh, you could that armor coated or something.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was-
like,
Yeah, it's rugged, you know.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't a
We're
good
not
one.
playing
Hey, dude,
soccer with
I'm-
it, dude. It's
I'm
just
1
a
for 1.
bladder.
Fuck you guys, all right?
You're 1 for 2. You're 50. You're 50%. You're hitting 500, which is good.
Dude, that's a Hall of Famer right there.
You're okay.
Hey,
retire. You
I
should
like-
probably retire.
I like Tim's idea. He said Matt, Casey, and Jose can get a red, white, and blue ones and screw them all together. So you could be the
At the same time.
at the same.
We're gonna have to do some beer testing there, Matt.
Yeah. So we'll
More?
we'll test that out. We'll test that
Yeah,
out as soon as we get our hands on them.
If I'm alive, I'm probably testing beer, you know?
So we have last week we alluded a little bit to some good things coming up in 2022. In the background, we have been.
Is it 2022
It is
now?
shit, right? Just
It
2022.
is
Yeah.
22.
Okay.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
But we have been.
That age, bro.
For those of you watching the live stream, you may have picked up on it.
It's not getting any better, Jose.
So if you see in the upper right-hand corner of our live stream, and over here on the Trail Chaser logo sign behind me, and over here on the sticker board.
Oh wow, you had a whole new banner made, huh?
A whole new banner made. We are so
With my horrible vision, it looks like it.
Yes.
You know?
The camera can't tell. We are so proud and thankful that the Trail Chasers podcast is now presented by the Ironman 4x4 America team. Thank you guys so much. This is for those of you that have been listening for a while, this is at least a year.
I will clap, like audibly.
Yes.
All right.
This is at least a year in the making. I mean, we go back to very early on. We about a year ago, and if I was a better producer, we would have gone and figured out what episode that was. But we brought on Luke, who was...
He was on earlier, by the way.
Yeah, he was. He was in the chat. I don't know if he's still there. We brought on Luke. We interviewed Luke early, at least a year ago. And had a great conversation with him and heard about how he moved here from the UK and realized that Ironman didn't have much of a presence, so he wanted to bring that to the market. He teamed up with Chris Wags, who we've also interviewed, and then he told us the story about what he was doing. And they have grown over the last 3 years and built a bigger presence and a bigger footprint and been part of the community. And they are they're outside of they're based in Portland, and they're based out of Portland right now. And we have been able to collaborate. We've used I don't know how many different products. I mean, we've got compressors and fridges and swag tents. This suspension. Casey's got a full suspension system. This weekend, I will be using.
That was before they sponsored the show, right?
I know.
Dang.
Kind of opened the door.
I'll be sleeping in the swag tent using my refrigerator and using the air compressor and some of the recovery stuff that I have. The beauty of this is that we have spent a year not only using the product but collaborating with the team, and we feel so good about being associated with these guys. And we've talked a lot about how we choose to work with companies and how that plays out, and we don't do any of that unless it's something that we believe in. And we're very, very grateful that the Ironman team believes enough in us to throw their name on the poster. I don't know. Look, don't fuck it up.
I get excited sometimes, and it's like, is this really happening?
I will more than once. I have said, what's going on here? Like, is this really happening?
Are we being punked?
When's it?
That's fine. If I'm being punked, I will take the punking. But I get excited that maybe this is real and we're legitimately appreciated. And I don't believe that.
I don't believe it at all. But. So the one of the things that we've talked about in the past about Ironman 4x4 America is the breadth of product. It's found breadth is a word.
The what?
No, I know. I just wow. You said it.
I did. So so it's not even
granola bars.
Even though the company was founded years ago on suspension products, they were founded on military suspension and then moved in the consumer market. They have expanded into covering lifestyle gear, camping gear, kitchen, storage, rooftop tents, for anything.
Recovery gear, bumpers, sliders,
winches.
Right, and this was like a benefit or something we had spoke about. Yeah. Like, it'd be great if they. This is in the past, right? Mm-hmm. They would be a really good sponsor, considering what we do and how they could contribute, and so this really is ideal.
100%. And this is the when you talk about a one-stop shop for your outdoor adventure, this is one of the places that I think of is suspension, camping, recovery, storage, lighting, armor, roof racks, snorkels, apparel. Last week I wired up my lights. We talked about that. I wired up my 3-inch LED pods on the ditch lights, on the ditch brackets.
Are those the ones with like like the housing's almost kind of silver?
It's like a smoke gray, and then it's got the kickers on the side, so it gets some side shot as well. Super happy with those things so far.
Usually have to pay extra for that.
But when you think about the perfect example is this weekend, like of the things that we're going to do this weekend, you need suspension, you need a tent, you need sleeping bags, you
cooking
need gear, you need a refrigerator, you need
a chair, like a camping
chairs,
chair,
awnings, storage. I'm so stoked on this storage. I want to get my hands on some of these.
Yeah, I want some of those cases.
Some of those all-weather cases. Like I have that shitty Husky box in the back of my truck. It's not waterproof. So after the rain,
if your kids are acting up, you can shove them in
there, strap it down.
The first thing I saw, I was like, oh yeah, I could shove Michael in that thing. Shut up.
I got to see one of these.
The freestanding awning just came out,
dude. They had one of these in this showroom in Portland, and it's super impressive. It's because it's like it just like swings out, and it's freestanding, and you don't have to do anything, and then you collapse it back into the center.
It's so big, if I got up to speed, I think I'd actually pull a little air,
Like, well, you're not supposed to drive with it open, dumbass.
Oh, okay. But if I did.
So there's a good shot of the 270-degree awning with one of the Swift tents, which is also something I'm super excited about. Is those rooftop tents. But yeah, I mean, I can't tell you over the last year how much time I've spent on this website making a wish list of things that I want to put on the truck. And they have stuff for a lot of different vehicles, especially like the Land Cruisers and the Toyotas and the 4Runners and stuff. They're big on that. But it is showers too. I got to see those showers. They have toilets, full electrical systems. What are the things? Winches.
Wow. I mean, it's like a.
They have like collapsible.
Like every time I go onto their website, it seems like there's more stuff. Are they adding more stuff?
Yeah, constantly.
They're like collapsible pots and shit for doing for your camp kitchen.
Pots and shit. You can get the pots. you have to pay extra.
Again, you usually have to pay extra for that.
To pay extra to get it shipped with the shit in it.
Now with free shit.
These containers, so they're full collapsible kitchen containers where you could put all your stuff in there, like a wash basin, buckets, all that stuff. Like we alluded to a couple weeks ago about me being on a trip, and I was actually able to go up to Portland.
Oh, you're going to tell the story now?
No. I'm just going to tell this story, not that story.
Okay.
So I was able to see a bunch of this.
Everybody knows there's other stories.
Of course, there's other stories. Look, I've been right now. No shit. My Ironman fridge is in the garage, plugged in, at 36 degrees with all of my stuff for the weekend in it. Matt knows because he stole a drink out of it today when he got here, like ready to go. Like I'm not, I went grocery shopping. I plugged it in before I went grocery shopping, came home from grocery shopping, put all my stuff in there, and I literally just have to throw it in the truck now.
You mean you didn't go to the grocery store at 6:30?
It's 6:30.
Yeah, like other people go. Like I have a show to do tonight. Let me go to the
grocery store. No. Of course,
yeah,
I should have gone to the grocery store
water
at 6:30 on a Tuesday.
I gotta get some water real quick.
Like some jackass. Yeah. So I mean, you guys have heard us talk about this, right? This isn't the first time we've mentioned this company or these products, and I don't think it's a surprise to any of you that have listened to the show that. We are really, really excited about this brand and the stuff that they bring to the community. The other piece of that, when you talk about the community, if you look at their YouTube page, the blog they have on the website, they do company outings where their company you go to their shop and the whole parking lot is off-road trucks, and they do a company outing where everybody takes off on a Saturday morning and goes wheeling for the day. And this is Luke had talked about it when we interviewed him. This is an organization that's built on the foundation of providing tools to the community to do what we want to do, and they're all part of that community, and it's pretty badass. And we could not be so more excited than we are, except that I got a message right before we went on air, and I say on air like that's a thing.
Yeah, bro,
right before we hit record.
Well, your dad thinks we're a radio show.
Yeah,
so
that's right. True.
Makes sense.
In case Dad's listening,
it's a qualifier.
Yeah. So right before we started recording,
you guys have a radio show?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. On the internet?
Yeah.
What station are you guys?
WKRP.
Yep.
So you got AM or FM?
FUC. No.
No. So if you go to the Ironman 4x4 America website and use the code TrailChasers20 at checkout, you will get a 20% discount off of your purchase between now and the end of February. So we are recording. Today is February 1st, 2022. So through February 28th, is there a leap year this year? February.
I don't think so.
Through the last day of February.
No, it's not leap year this year.
Through the last day of February, the code TrailChasers20 will get you 20% off of anything you purchase at their site.
Sweet. That's
and you
cool.
can use it at their flagship store in Sherwood, Oregon. So it's right outside of Portland. The store's pretty badass. Like, it's a super cool layout and design, and they've got a couple trucks parked in there. They've got an LX 470 fully geared out, a Tacoma in there.
Man, you sure know a lot about this company.
I've learned a significant amount in the last 3 weeks. With the engagement that we've had in the conversations. But so if you're listening to this between now and the last day of February in 2022, use code TrailChasers20 to get 20% off anything that you purchase. And that, I mean, again,
that's anything. That's a lift kit.
Let me see. It says Trail Chasers 20% off site-wide at Ironman 4x4 America or in-store at the flagship store Sherwood. Yeah,
20% off of this refrigerator. I'm looking at it right here.
20% off of that's a significant amount. I mean, that's a good discount now.
Well, dude, if you're thinking about, maybe that's the final straw, like, oh shit, 20% off. I've been thinking about getting that refrigerator.
That's like the deciding factor,
and that's
right?
the hammer, right? Save $100 or $150, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. The so the big 52 liter 50 liter is on their site right now at $629. That's what's $124.
Yeah, Jose went to school.
Yeah. So
I think he's like a mathematician or something. I don't know, but he also says he has a family. So who the fuck knows, But I'd still take his word in with mathematical problems, over
mathematical.
Dude, I'm no lyricist, grammatical person, a person of grammatical skill.
So I was just thinking about this. So the Swift tent, the Swift 1400 is the one I've been looking at. It's super dialed in.
The clamshell?
Yes. It's
that's the
clamshell.
One.
That's the one, right?
It's $29.99.
Yeah. So it's
so that's
$600 off.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Site wide.
But would you want it to open up on the back like that?
I'm totally good with that.
Sometimes you gotta pay extra for that.
Again, usually you have to pay extra for that.
That wasn't even my mind when I said it, but now that I said it,
mm-hmm.
I'm totally okay.
I'm
with
surprised it wasn't like
that's like my go-to.
Always.
Should I say it's not up yet?
It's the code's not working yet. Is there anybody in the chat room that can fix that? I will send a text message to someone right now and say it's not working. Getting reports that it
freaking Shy's buying that 270 right now.
Like Johnny on the spot. It's weird how you already have like a
direct line, dude.
Yeah,
direct.
Are you just
sending it to the into the ether?
I'm just sending it out there.
The dark web.
Yeah. People trying to buy stuff now on air. That is a now I think when we were talking into or we were promoting the Patreon account, like we had already had some conversations. This was already in the works with Ironman, and they're going to be participating in the discount codes for the Patreons as well. This is a preview to that. So this is just to celebrate the rollout of them being the one of the title sponsors. It's the Trail Chasers podcast, presented by Nexen Tire and Ironman 4x4 America. And then after the end of the month, when this promo ends, we'll have the discount codes for the Patreons as well, and those will vary based on what's going on there. But dude, I mean, this is a super exciting time for us, right? I mean, I feel very, very fortunate that the show, you guys, the community, it's all led to a point where a brand that we feel so strongly about supports us in a way that's helping us and our friends out, our community out.
Well, again, that helps our show, right? That we can now promote these products and be that resource or be a resource for for this type of information and how valuable some of these things can be, especially when camping.
Yeah, and that's part of that, right? I mean, part of the benefit of this is that, you know, if there's something on the website that you're like, I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on it, maybe we get our hands on it and go, hell yeah, I mean,
but I think that's something else that
nothing that we've touched of theirs. That's
not exactly
performed.
what I was going to say. Everything we've used so far has been super top quality, been very like.
But they have like a lot of support videos on YouTube, you know, that support a lot of their as far as suspension stuff and their products too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, to Casey's point, the compressors, the tents, the refrigerator, everything that we've used so far, it has been super good quality, super good value, and you know, as the more and more opportunities that we had to use the product led into more and more of these conversations that led us here to this point. And it's a super exciting. It's super exciting for us, and we're really grateful and really looking forward to what's next. I mean, I'd love for us to get up to Portland. So I was talking to the guys, and they're like, it's so green and beautiful up there in contrast to what we're gonna see in the desert this weekend. But
but I love the desert.
And yes, Shy in the chat room says that they need a store in SoCal. I agree 100%, and that's one of those things that you know.
I know a place that stocks a lot of the Iron Man stuff.
So speaking of which, let's talk about that. So
real quick, can I address the elephant in the room?
Yeah,
with the former show.
I don't think there's a need.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need.
Okay.
I mean, we can. Was someone asking about it?
No, I wanted to say something about it, but
I don't think it's a need.
Okay.
We'll leave it there. The
way to go, Jose, creating a uncomfortable moment in the studio.
That's what he's here for.
That's what I'm here for. So you guys pay me for.
But we haven't really talked about it yet because next week we are going to be interviewing the founder of Bear Valley Overland, which is a off-road overland shop in Big Bear, California, that for some reason decided to give this guy a paycheck and allow Casey to work there. But to Casey's point, Bear Valley Overland in Big Bear is a Ironman dealer. They're an official Ironman dealer. How many pallets of stuff did you take off the truck?
Dude, we got like 3 pallets. We have another one showing up tomorrow. So we got awnings, we got rooftop tents, lift kits, we've got compressors, we got that shower you were talking about, the toilet you were talking about, all kinds of recovery gear. I think we got a couple fridges showing up. So it's maxi cases. We got all that stuff if you want to come put your hands on it and then buy it.
On the gear or something else?
The gear too.
Okay, the gear too. Well, and you said hands. You don't need both hands for you.
Oh my God. But I was going to say, reverse people in the chat room. I want to know, Jose, guess what? Reverse person, you have to go. That's campfire talk, baby.
Oh,
yep.
Campfire talk.
But look, what I will say is that we're very appreciative to.
That's all I was going to say. I was just going to say thank you for them giving us the opportunity.
Then why did you even?
Well, because you like fucking shut it down. I was like, dude,
I didn't know what you were going to say.
I was just going to say, thanks to Icon for giving us a shot.
Yes,
when
100%, 100%, and we will continue.
What, you think Jose was going to trash him?
I didn't know what was going to. We didn't discuss it.
Finally, I can tell it like it is. With
all I was going to say, thank you for Icon for giving us a shot when nobody knew who we were, right?
Yep.
And they make a great product also.
Yep.
But it's very use case specific, right? And it's a very narrow scope of use. And we just our show's going a different direction.
This was supposed to be campfire talk, Jose.
No, but Jose's right.
That's all I wanted to say.
Right. And we
only say nice things about people around the campfire.
We 100% appreciate the support that they provided up to this point, and
of course,
we will continue to speak highly of their products and the people that work there. But this was the right direction for us. I think Ironman 4x4 really provides a platform for us to expand what we're doing with the breadth of product that we talked about, and expand the level of collaboration we have with a sponsor. the ability to reach out directly via text and have conversations about things that are going on. It's a huge opportunity, and we are very, very, very grateful. So more of that. I mean, you'll hear more of that as we go. We're going to be working with them as part of the sponsorship collaboration. We talked about reviewing products and monthly competitions and our contests and stuff like that. So that'll be rolled out more and more as we go. But this was something that's been in the works for a while, for a year, and we actually really had the conversation with them at SEMA. Like, that's one of those things about SEMA, right?
Well, it was a very just natural, like, organic thing that just built out of nowhere.
Yes.
We were just talking to them, and then, we got them on the show, and then it just grew from there.
Yes. Because they're super easy to talk.
Yeah.
Everybody there's everybody there is part of the community.
There was never any intent behind any of the discussions we had with them.
No, it was a really, really Angelo from Acord is in the chat room, and he was talking about Iron Man last week, and I wanted to spill the beans last week, but I didn't. We had a plan. So when Angelo, go back to last week's episode, Angelo was talking about how much he likes the Iron Man product, and I was super glad to hear that.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Convenient?
Yeah, it's totally unprompted.
Was this a staged thing?
No, it was not. I would say if you have any purchasing needs for off-road, overland, camping, any of that stuff, please go to Ironman4x4America.com and use the code TrailChasers20 at checkout to get a discount. We're working to find out if that code's working. I love the fact that Shy, 30 seconds after we said it, he's like,
it's not working.
So he already had it in his cart, just waiting.
He just needed the reason.
Well, there's your reason.
Yeah.
Your reason is the 20% discount for everything. I'm going to start shopping. I just wish
I'm already looking.
I know.
There's all kinds of stuff.
There's a bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
like I said,
Just recovery kits, like. Oh
yeah, like
one
of those recovery kits would be cool to have. One of those tire repair kits would be cool to have.
So as a segue, for those of you that are joining us on the winter expedition, you will have an Iron Man product in your swag bag.
Probably a couple.
And then Bear Valley Overland is going to have some Iron Man products for the raffle. So it's the collaboration and opportunities are already starting to happen, and it's going to be really, really good. The future is big with this partnership, and I feel like it's a very collaborative opportunity.
Do I need to tell Monty we're moving to Portland? Do I have a new job now? Can I move to Portland?
Speaking of new jobs, I started my my new job today. I got an internship with Stark Enterprises. So Stark Industries, yeah. So it's that's my new job. I'm an intern at Stark Industries.
You're a head janitor now?
Yeah. So my internship has started.
Do you know Scarlett Johansson?
Not yet.
That was like
I haven't seen her in the break room.
You know, if you did,
I haven't seen her in the break room. But yeah, I kind of started.
He would have lost that internship right then and there.
Yeah. They looked at me like, "Go on."
Yeah.
I couldn't think of nothing.
Come on, in detail.
I just kept thinking about Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I kind of started my internship a couple weeks ago, but officially today was the first day of my internship. So
cool.
I'll keep you guys informed on how things are going at Stark Industries and go from there. So going back to Winter Expedition, dag blurn it, Matt. Dag blurn this time tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a great trip.
This time tomorrow. Apparently, Jose's not going.
What the fuck is going on?
We come in. Jose throws his shit on the counter and talks about how he's not going to King of the Hammers. And I was like, I don't even want to fucking talk to you. Wait till this show. I want to hear this on this show. So Matt walks in. Jose says it again. Not going to Hammers. And I told, shut up. Wait till the show.
I ain't got time for your jokes, Jose.
So do you have sand in your Johnny?
A lot of it. But that fucking cruiser does not want to make it to fucking King of the Hammers, dude.
But that does
Did
not
something
mean
else
you should
happen?
not go.
Did something else happen?
Yeah, man. So it started running like shit again. So it turns out I need O2 sensors. But no one has them around.
It's almost like if you had another vehicle.
It's like the universe
drive.
is saying you should
Wait.
keep this vehicle here.
So it's running like shit.
So
and
disappointed in you.
There's a fucking oil leak, a big oil leak. Like it's now it's not a power steering fluid anymore. It's just oil, but it's a lot, dude. And
I
I
don't
don't know where it's
Casey
coming
touched
from.
it last.
No, I know, but it wasn't leaking like that yesterday.
No.
Or Sunday. I was sick yesterday. Yeah, I mean,
Where does it look like the oil leak's coming from?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea, but it's pretty substantial.
Like front of the engine, back
What
of
if
the
you
engine.
took one of those model things and just had it slowly drip oil into the
And
motor?
then
There's the
just
mod.
put the tube
and
back
then
in
back
the-
in. So
Yeah.
it,
The
it
oil
catches
drip
the
model.
Oil, it puts it back in. Catches the oil, puts it back in.
But
As
yeah.
you squeeze it in the cab, and it just pumps oil back
There you
into
go.
the motor.
But yeah, man. So yeah. So I'm fucking frustrated, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going anymore. You guys have fun.
Whatever. You didn't go to last year's winter expedition either, so it's not like we're
yeah.
gonna miss
And,
it.
and we had a
We
blast.
had a good time with
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't go. Yeah, you know what?
So
Stay home.
So
stay
wait,
back.
whoa. Honestly,
What-
are you not?
What if we
gonna
got you like
go-
a red
Yeah.
2022 Frontier that you could drive?
It has a
Would-
fucking blown tire on it. I'm on the spare.
What? The
So what?
Is going,
Isn't it a full-size spare?
Yeah, I'm already on the spare.
It's a full size spare.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just look.
So
It's just fucking frustrating. I'm trying to get this truck ready for hammers
You
again.
you could sit here and whine about it.
Yeah.
Or we could give you a solution.
Or I can whine about it at the campfire.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we could look at your truck we could look at your truck around the campfire with beers in our hands. Like that sounds like a great time already.
The only thing I'm worried about taking the truck out, it has no underbody protection, dude. Like zero. Like the fucking
Well, you
oil
don't-
pan.
you
is
don't
zero.
have- why?
neither do
Yeah,
Matt drove around with almost no protection
No,
underneath.
he had some skid plates.
I had skid plates.
Yeah, he
But,
has.
Dude,
but I
you
guys
also
have-
only use those skid plates on the most extreme or
Yeah, but if
there's
it-
nothing
It's just dirt. I know, but
and you're not going to go up Chocolate Thunder and you're not going to
No.
go even up to that parking spot,
no.
up
If I were
high.
to take my truck, I'd take it to the camping spot and then roll with one of you guys.
Yeah.
No,
do
fuck that. You can't get in my truck. Fuck that.
All right.
You're
Well,
not riding in my
I'm,
truck.
I'm going to open the door as a fellow Nissan brother.
Just like last time, I rode with you.
You could drive my truck if you want.
Just like last time,
Yeah.
a little inebriated, and I gave it the beans.
You get it, you know what? It takes more beans now.
All
dude.
right.
It takes a lot more beans.
So are you? So you're serious that the cruiser is not? There's nothing you can do.
I can understand the cruiser. If you don't want to,
No, it's running like shit, dude.
if the slightest risk,
Pull
or
those
whatever,
vacuum lines back off, Jose.
Yeah, and now
I was
we're
running better with them off, dude.
and we're preventing Casey from working on it the whole weekend to keep it viable or whatever. Then,
No, I know.
yeah, figure it out. But you have the means to get out there. We've been talking about getting that truck dirty. You could just get it on the dirt, put it in 4-wheel drive, and climb.
Yeah, we don't even know if the
hill or
4-wheel
do
drive
something
works.
With it. This is the universe saying.
Yes, it
This
is.
is the universe
Yes.
saying, "All right, dude, it's time."
It's
This
the
is-
law
Remember
of
I told you,
attraction, dude.
hey,
You've attracted.
Jose.
You've attracted
Yeah.
a shitstorm.
I'm tired, boss.
Yeah. Yep, it's time.
That's for the Land Cruiser right there.
Yeah,
I'm tired, boss.
Tired, boss.
tired.
Can't you just take the
Dude, that was
Frontier?
It's my workhorse, dude.
It was. Yes, it was.
You done worked it.
Yes. It's time for
And now he's
Seabiscuit
tired.
to become glue.
Yeah.
Sad,
but,
sad to say.
it's just frustrating because I took it up this weekend to Bear Valley Overland, and we were there all fucking day. The word of the day is fusible link, or the two.
Oh
words.
my God, that fucking fusible link. Oh.
What? Tell me what that is. What are you talking about?
So, fusible link, it's like a little plastic box. It's like two pigtail connectors. One's a plastic box, and one's just a connector from the battery terminal on the positive one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then when Corey was, so we had
Well,
done everything.
one wire is bigger than the other.
Yeah, on the fusible link, it has two wires coming out of it, and one wire is thicker than the other. It's like a thicker gauge, obviously.
Genetics. Yeah. Okay.
But I guess there was grease on the terminal when Corey was putting the positive one back on, so it started arcing like bad. And then So the purpose of that fusible link is obviously it's a fuse.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's designed so that the wire inside disintegrates of the shielding. So
that way you have no idea
why
what's going on,
like how the fuck am I
why
supposed to
anything
know?
is wrong.
Yeah.
There's no visible
That's
cues.
what a fluke meter is for, dude. Continuity test.
We did all that. Dude.
Oh my God.
Bro, we did all that shit.
You go, I got 12 volts here. I don't have 12 volts here. The problem is here.
All the fuses with the voltmeter, like everything. There was continuity, all the solenoid, everything, dude. We
replaced a relay.
Yeah, we replaced the relay, EFI relay. Like
we unplugged the computer. We're thinking, we're like, oh my God, the fucking computer fried. We fried his computer.
Fried. Casey's like, it's in the computer.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this can't be right. Maybe we fried the coil. Can't find a coil anywhere. Fried the computer. Coil, can't find the computer anywhere.
It would crank over. It just wouldn't spark.
Yeah, no spark.
But, I wonder if the dude at Phoenix Overland is still renting Tacomas out.
And then Corey finally found on the internet like what it was, and he's so supposedly the wire is supposed to disintegrate inside. So he cut the wire open, and it was just dust fell out.
But what's fucked up about it is like the shielding outside. There was like no indication that it was burnt.
That seems like a very dumb design. You would think Toyota engineers would be smarter than that.
We would have had Jose out of there probably like at 2:00.
Yeah.
Instead, he didn't get out of there till like 5:30.
Yep.
Food.
Well,
I didn't even get those fucking chase lights installed. And
that's another point now.
Yeah, there's no.
How's the steering?
Good. It needs a little bit more fluid, but.
So you did figure out the electrical problem because
we just
we just had to cut that bad section out and splice in some new wires and ring terminals.
Oh, you just bypass that shit. Oh yeah,
that's what you do.
That's how you do it. Like
that's like the
like if you're working on an air conditioner, and it's like
God.
You know what? This circuit board thingy.
But he was doing the same thing. He was like, well, I'm not going to. He's like, this fucking truck doesn't want to go to Hammers.
It doesn't want
to go.
It sounds to me like he's trying to convince himself that the truck doesn't want to go to Hammers. Like he's
like, yeah, I'm not going. And I'm sitting there panicked, like, oh my God, he just brought his truck here, and then now he's not going to the Hammers because it's freaking.
Let him not go, dude. If he's going to be a bitch about it, let him not go.
Oh
God. Wow, Jesus
Christ! You caught the wrath.
I thought this was a safe space.
It's not.
Yeah, no, it's not.
What would
it's the
ever
opposite
make
of that.
you think this is a safe space?
No, but yeah, the Cruiser it's running like shit. Like remember when Ultra 4 Jones was saying during the race his car started running bad, like but it would
and then
even
he took
out
the Ford emblem off of it. It ran great afterwards.
But that's what mine was doing before. It's the O2 sensor. I need 2 of them. Nobody has them around. I checked, but yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna have to fucking take the Frontier out there to the base camp.
Finally, we can get some freaking Trident pictures.
Yeah, Trident pictures are happening.
And then I'll ride it with one of you guys. Fuck Cody's truck, obviously.
Yeah, dude, we'll have you pick a Frontier, it'll be the party truck.
Yeah.
All right, dude, bring your camera. You're gonna be the photographer all weekend.
That's what I had planned anyways. So.
Yeah. You just be the ride-along photographer.
He's so mad at you.
I'm totally mad at you.
I don't because he's being responsible. It's not like it's something that it seems severe enough. If it happened last month and he didn't get it done in time, or he didn't feel it was viable, okay, that's one thing. But dude, it just happened this week.
I'm mad because
he was
willing to bow out instead of
bowing out. Come on. He's a little perturbed. He's got to take the Frontier up there, and he's worried about scratching it. But he would have gone and ridden with us regardless.
Yeah, I would have gone with you guys. It was just
I can imagine the frustration, especially after you just put all the work into it over the weekend.
Yeah.
And the last time we went to Hammers, he couldn't take it. Like
exactly.
I think
plus that's Jose's identity, right? He's the Land Cruiser guy.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Where's the Land Cruiser?" Fuck if I know. It's somewhere.
Exactly.
Still parked at Cody's house because I couldn't get it home.
So I would be frustrated. Same thing. If it happened to me, the Frontier broke down. I can't do it anymore. Bring the Renegade. Why don't you come out? I don't want to drive the Renegade. I like my truck.
Yeah.
So that I can see that. But you have something better. You have the brand new Frontier, dude. That I immediately would have went. Well. That's an omen. Looks like I got to take that.
Yep.
Thank God I got a Frontier.
It's not my fault, honey.
Yeah.
I just got some feedback from Iron Man. Apparently, the Trail Chasers 20 works, but it doesn't work on items that are already on sale. So it's on non-sale items only. That was
Can't stack, huh?
Yeah, you can't stack a sale on top of a discount.
You can't triple stack a double stack.
Yeah, you can't. So,
all right. Well,
And so I would like to, because Mark was saying chase
You can
lights.
come by at a
I
Barry
did
Island.
get, Cody and I have our chase lights ready to go. Dude, my chase lights are stupid bright. They're like,
yeah, Matt took.
I showed Monty when I got home.
airplane landing lights
They're
from
fucking
the
bright.
airport and bolted them to the back of his truck.
You know
with unistrut brackets.
I pulled out of the driveway this morning. You know, it was dark. And I lit up the whole cul-de-sac, like backing out. Like,
You're not even going to be able to use them because you're going to blind people.
Well, you better, that's incentive to try and keep, well, actually, just fall back. You know, nobody's keeping up with me. Well, maybe Jose could in that Frontier, but yeah, so those are ready to go. I did shorten the brackets yesterday when I got home. It was like, yeah, kind of funky how I had them, the way they laid out, and the lights were mounted on like the far end of the.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that. You know, I shortened them up a little bit. So ready to go there. Just
Shai says the awning he's trying to buy isn't on sale.
Okay, I will send some emails, Shy, to find out.
What brand of lights did you get, Matt?
Ox beams, right?
the ox beams for the front, the back were just, they're like night hawks.
Nightlight.
Night light. Yeah, they were super
Nightlight?
cheap. They're like $30.
Dude, I ordered some fog lights for the cruiser from Amazon.
Yeah.
And they showed up yesterday. They're like this big.
These are big. They're bigger than the ones up front.
I didn't read the measurements.
Dude, for $33, it came with a nice wiring harness, like extra fuse. I told you, like, I got like 5 extra fuses with this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, you could almost put those on the front and get. And I'm wondering what that would look like. So we went back and forth. I got the Iron Man 3-inch LED pods for the ditch lights, but then I bought the LED amber replacements for the fog lights, thinking 2 different bandwidths of light to see how it. I don't know. We'll find out.
The amber lights up front work fantastic. That's what I put in my bumper, and
That's the ones I want to get. I want to get the 2. Iron Man has those 2 cubes, the amber ones or the yellow ones, whatever color you want to call them. And then in a couple spots that would be cool too.
Yeah, they've got the 20-watt LED amber ones. They've got
you want flood on the side, and then a light bar would be cool. Like
I'm gonna do the Iron Man has a 19.5-inch light bar that should fit in that section in my bumper, my front bumper. It's about a 20-inch, so I might have to make some special brackets or something. But I want to put one in that bumper inset. I think that's the next mod, because that switch box.
Yeah, it's a cool little mod, dude.
The switch box I have 4 more available ports, and now all I got to do is ground it and land it on one wire, and it's done. Now that the relay box and the switch is inside the...
That was the hard part, right?
Yeah, that was the hard part. Getting the box mounted, because the fairing above and over the radiator fan like goes all the way out to the side of the engine bay. So I had to mount it right up against on the front rail. So I had to cut the plastic off of that fairing so you have access to it, and then run the switch pod into the cab through the firewall. Once that's all done, the rest of it is super easy. Just land a wire on the switch box and land a wire on ground.
Do you have to connect the box to a power source, a 12 volt?
Yeah,
or...
yeah. So it's got a main power to the. I just went straight to the positive battery cable.
Okay.
It has a second accessory power, so theoretically, because the 6 switches
they're always on,
lit.
right?
Yeah, they're so you're supposed to land it to the accessory, so they only turn on when you turn the key on. But I just was like, F it, and I landed it straight to the battery.
Hasn't been an issue.
Hasn't been an issue. So
no, it won't be an issue.
It's 6 tiny.
It's an
LEDs.
option.
Yeah,
it's an option.
It's not going to drain the battery. But
unless you leave the switches on.
The switches are on all the time.
No, just the LED.
They're hot
backlight.
all the time, but they're not. on.
No. The switch pod, the 6 buttons inside the cab, there's LED lighting behind it, and that LED stays on
Oh, I see.
because I wired it direct to the battery. I'll switch it later, but not right now. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of opportunities for more lights and stuff, especially with what the Ironman team offers.
Yeah, lights are something that are probably more overlooked, right? But it's a good tool to have.
Yeah, we've avoided night runs specifically because we're like, none of us got lights. You know, I can think of a couple times at Mojave where we scrambled to get to campsite because we're like, shit, we're running out of daylight. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it'd be less of a problem if we had lights.
I think for the number one, just having more light period is great. But the ditch lights, the great thing is, especially if you're wheeling at night and you can expand your peripheral vision and you don't have to like use your memory so much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going around this corner. There was a rock there 2 seconds ago that I can't see anymore because it's dark as shit. Well, now you have, a lot more vision, so that I'm looking forward to having. And, I'm sure my neighbors are tired of me going up and down the street with my lights on, because I just want to use them,
I did. Friday.
That never goes away, Matt. You'll
Okay, well,
continuously do that.
I apologize, neighbors.
I met up with Jose and a couple of people for dinner on Friday night, and on my way back I stopped.
Where was I? What about? I like dinner.
Yeah, but it wasn't for you.
Shit, dude. You're just knocking everybody down pegs today. You're the one that's supposed to come down off of your pedestal.
Yeah.
And look at you.
Yeah.
Apparently,
He was
stomping.
right.
Look at you standing up
He
there.
was right. You know what?
That big MFer, what was his name?
yeah,
Big 1 3 inch.
kind of biggish.
Yeah. Bigish.
Yeah.
You were right, bro.
You're right, bro. So on the way home.
Thanks for pointing it out.
On the way home from dinner, I pulled off into one of the dairy streets so I could like point my lights and get a feel for where they're at. But yeah, I think now if everybody has chase lights and
Just driving, blinding each other.
yeah.
Fucking light wars out there, dude.
5,000 watts of lights. Like, you can see us from the other side of the valley.
Do
like,
you remember?
what the hell's going on out
Do
there?
you remember there was a trip in Glamis where we did that? You and I were.
I barely remember.
Yeah.
anything.
I was up on a hill.
I barely remember the Glamis days.
I was up on a hill. We got separated from the group, and there was like 20 other vehicles and bikes and side-by-sides in the group, and it was just like this caterpillar of light going up and down the dunes all through the night. It was pretty awesome. So yeah, so Matt and I are going out tomorrow afternoon-ish. For those of you that are registered for the trip, you got an email with the itinerary, with the spots. We're going out there tomorrow night. I don't think there's anybody else coming out there. If you are, let me know. Thursday, we've got a meetup spot just off of the 247. We're going to meet there around 10:30, and then we'll wheel everybody in. Thursday is going to be kind of a fun, casual, just hang out, get everything set up, go do some running around.
I mean,
Maybe a night run.
Sure.
No, we got a
We got to meet up.
we got a meetup.
We have a
Yeah,
meetup
an appointment
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Friday we have a planned run that we have to look at. Casey, I think maybe after we hit the stop the stream, the four of us can look at it, and I need some feedback from you guys.
Okay.
And then Saturday we're just gonna go spot to spot, check out some of the spots of the race, try to make it a cool day. Come home Sunday. I'm
glad to hear we're going to try and make it a cool day. Not a shit.
Well, most
Yeah,
of the
not an
time,
uncool
hanging
day.
out with us is not
It's gonna be
cool.
fucking cold.
Today, what we have
It's just-
planned is a bunch of bullshit.
sounds like every other Tuesday.
Yes,
we
Here's
do.
your shirts,
Welcome
assholes.
to Tuesday. The weather said it was
it's
55
butt-ass
during the
cold.
day and 30 something at night.
Nah,
I think
it
Shai
went
said it's going to be windy.
High
too.
high 20s.
high 20s.
No.
Yeah.
It got
Mhm.
worse.
It got worse.
What's happening?
Like 28 at night.
I had it. So the screenshot I took was 56 during the day and 33 at night. It is worse now. You're saying? I don't think I'm gonna go. You can take my truck. I'm not. Gonna,
Look it up.
I was laughing earlier when we were talking about how Cody's going to submit plans to Alibaba.
Uh-huh.
And I brought up he's going to submit this plan.
Yes.
The People Mover from South Park.
Yes. Yes.
And the best
Look
part
it
is,
up, Cody. Did you?
the best part
did you
is
look
at
at the
the
weather?
end, they're like,
But you know it has switches and
yeah,
stuff?
you don't have to do that. Oh, but I mean, why wouldn't you?
So,
if you know what I'm talking about. Not Mr. Hat.
Garrison.
Mr.
Mr. Garrison.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr.
the
Garrison.
On my weather thing, it went back up. It says
Yeah.
it's 31.
30,
Oh, okay.
32 and windy on Wednesday.
well, it's only 30 now.
30, 50 during the day, 30 at night on Thursday.
Wind's becoming strong tomorrow night, so that'll be
Oh,
fun setting up the
shit.
tent.
Well, tomorrow, I mean, I'll sleep in the truck if it's that windy tomorrow night for one night. So 50 and 30 on Thursday, 53 and 30 on Friday, 56 and 37 on Saturday. So yeah, cold as shit.
Bring your windbreaker stuff.
Bring a jacket, and if it's windy, bring goggles. Bring
goggles.
No,
and,
you should bring goggles
yeah.
anyhow
Neck gaiter,
because
yeah.
Goggles and a neck gaiter
Neck gaiter.
and chapstick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so we talked a little bit. Matt and I talked a little bit today about timing. I've got a meeting at 1, so I should be done at 2. I'm gonna try to get everything. For the most part, my clothes are all packed and my food is all packed. Tomorrow I
have nothing packed.
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at anything.
Tomorrow I'll just get my camping gear loaded in the truck in the morning and then be ready to go. So you tell me when you're ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and I should be home well before you're done with your meeting, so it's gonna be like stopping by a store on the way out just to pick up some
Sandwich.
Rum.
food.
Stater Brothers sandwich.
one big sandwich that I'll throttle out to myself over the next 4 or 5 days. Just one sandwich.
I told you, chili cheese Fritos and
That'll heat up the tent.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, but you're not in my tent.
Oh, well, I thought you were offering
No.
the chili cheese Fritos.
Oh, I'm offering you the Fritos, but not the
Oh.
tent. You know, I don't want you in my
no,
tent.
I got my own tent. Does Iron Man have tent heaters?
I don't know.
Can we
They don't.
overnight
They
that
don't.
shit?
Can we get it by tomorrow? There's
They-
so many things I was like, damn it, can I get that overnighted? But yeah, for the next trip we'll have some more stuff.
Fucking A.
No,
Hammers
so
2022.
reverse people is saying, hey, with the new sponsor, you think Cody will flip the camera image? I can't flip the camera image. You know what I can do though? Maybe I'll get the sign made backwards. I'll make a new sign backwards. But the
We gotta step up our fucking broadcasting game for 2022.
yeah, well, that's part of the build out of the
Yeah.
studio. So I had some time in between. I was supposed to have some time in between jobs that was going to be focused on building out the studio.
Didn't even get to use my my hammer.
No,
my
yeah,
framing hammer.
that got shrunk down. So the garage here is going to get built out. It'll still happen this year. It's just going to be longer because I don't have the time to do it. It's going to be weekends. So after hammers, every weekend is going to be working on that garage until it's done. And then, that's going to change the layout of how we set up and camera angles and all that stuff. We've got some good ideas for that, but may even have to find some contractor resources, carpenter resources to get it done. Well, I mean, what other than the super exciting news about the new sponsor and the super exciting news about hitting the dirt in a couple days, what anything else, Casey?
Couple hours.
I know. Case, anything else that you got going on?
No, I just want to get the hell out there.
When are you? So you're coming out Thursday morning?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to come out there and get out there at 9-10 o'clock at night tomorrow. I might as well just get everything ready to go and leave early in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is Corey coming with you?
Yeah, he said he was probably just gonna go to like the meetup at
Okay.
whatever 10:30, but I'm gonna try to convince him just to leave sooner.
Yeah. Jose, so you're gonna go? You're just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna
bring.
go.
You're just gonna
I
bring.
was
the
having
truck?
a little
bit of a
fit.
yeah. You were.
He was having an
We
episode.
needed to put some ointment on it.
No, you do whatever you want to it, but
They're just trying to be nice to you about it.
I'm gonna bring him some preparation H.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
Then, and there's just no chance you're not even gonna chance the cruiser.
No, it's running like shit. I'm telling you.
What if it fixes itself?
Take the vacuum lines off.
What if it fixes itself?
Nah, not with that oil, dude. I don't want to be driving around in the dirt and making just mud down there, dude.
I want you to take it so that it blows.
So I'll be
up,
making mud. No, that's for sure.
and then you'll.
Me too, dude. Because I'm gonna eat those Mountain House food.
Those Mountain House. You're not making mud. You're
I'm gonna
making
get
bricks.
I'm gonna make bricks, and I'm gonna get plugged up for sure.
Oh yeah, because it's cold firewood, and Elam had said.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right,
yeah.
dude.
Elam had
Firewood.
said
Bring
that
firewood, please.
He had some firewood, but I don't know that I'll be able to get to him between now and then. So yeah, everybody bring some firewood without nails.
I'm gonna bring logs and shit this time. Get off
Yeah,
my
me
back.
too. After
Logs
Mountain House.
and shit.
Yeah. Well, somebody showed up out in the desert one time with a whole bunch of nails and wood, and that you can't do that.
I thought we were gonna find a spot with a fire pit.
Yeah. Speaking of fire pit, I think Joe K has my collapsible fire pit still. Shit.
He's in town.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure he brought that out.
Yeah, I'm sure that he did.
Yeah.
Maybe he gave it back. I don't know. I'll have to look in my camping gear. Matt, other than
Just accuse him of stealing it. And then...
I didn't say steal it. He borrowed it at one point.
No, but accuse him now. Of stealing
No,
it.
I see what you're saying. Matt, other than the fact that you haven't done anything to prepare, what about you?
Well, I mean, I put lights on my truck. My
Yeah,
bumper
he did
is
a lot.
full on, ready to go. Oil change has been done. Like, the truck's ready to go. Look.
And your packing
I was
is going
telling
to
you-
take 3 seconds.
Exactly. I have a duffel bag. I'm going to open my drawers and just go, yep, sure, cool, nice. And then, like, I have 2 jackets that I'll wear out there. Sweet, done. You know, throw it in the duffel bag, goes in the back seat.
Yeah.
All my camping shit it's actually stored appropriately. I know exactly where that stuff is. It'll take me 20 minutes to load the truck. I'm not bringing kids, so it's just, well, what do I feel like eating? You know, and like we discussed, I'll just
A big sandwich.
Big
Yeah,
sandwich.
like we'll just stop by the store. We're not going to be in a super rush tomorrow. We'll just get up the hill, stop at the local whatever. It's always that one
We go to that
store.
Food for Less in Victorville.
Yeah,
and
exactly. It's
You're
always
like,
that same store.
not even sure if I'm making it out of here. Like,
Yeah.
this is a horrible idea.
There's no
a
Walmart
Stater
when you get
Brothers.
off the freeway right there, Matt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a tradition or something. I don't know why it seems like we
Doesn't
always
need
got
to
that
be.
same- Okay, well,
That-
we'll
yeah,
see.
that's
Maybe
the
we'll find
thing. It
another
doesn't
one.
need to be.
Maybe we'll find another one. But yeah, it's just you know, obviously get some beer, whatever I feel like.
Obviously.
Yes.
To throw in
We
the
got 2
model.
bottles of whiskey coming.
Really?
Yeah.
I have 3 little fireballs.
Okay.
No, it's gonna last you. You're gonna come home with like 2 of them.
But other than that, like you know, like I said last week, this is one of those trips. It's I've really been looking forward to it. I can't wait just to get in the dirt, set up camp, have our place planned. Oh, you know what else I need to do? I need to pick up my. I'm gonna bring a generator. My brother-in-law has a. One of those Predator Harbor Freight generators.
Dylan.
Dylan, you son of
You're
a
scrapping
bitch.
you're scrapping the flash fish.
No, I still have that, but that flash fish, if it goes dead, I'm all right, guys.
You're dead.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm bringing. I have 2 portable battery packs, but you know, wouldn't it be nice? It's not like it's got to run the whole time, but if people want to charge stuff or whatever, you know, we can turn that on for a couple hours in the afternoon. I'll bring an extension cord. We can kind of. It's really quiet.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how quiet it was. You know, I lost power over New Year's, no less. That was
Yeah.
shitty. And I went to go borrow it, and he turned it on. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe how quiet that is. So I'm probably I need to remember to go pick that up, and then ready to go. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I'm super excited about this trip, and it's going to be a lot of fun for those of you that are joining us.
And those who are not going, you guys,
You're missing out.
Come on, guys. I mean,
next one. We gotta. As soon as this one's done, we gotta start planning what the next one is.
Death Valley.
Mojave Trail.
Death Valley.
Mojave is literally, if we're gonna do it, it's
Death
gonna
Valley.
be.
So there's been a
No Mojave Trail.
No.
It's tradition, Jose.
That's the thing. We don't have to keep doing.
Okay, but there's been some developments. I had a conversation with someone that's also planning a Mojave trip
Oh,
that we may be able to participate on.
Cody spoke. We're going to fucking Mojave, I guess.
But that doesn't mean we can't do Death Valley as well.
He's in his pedestal again.
Shy says Baja. I'm down with that
I don't
too.
have a passport. And if I go, I can't come back.
Yeah,
Be like,
we're gonna
"No,
lose
seriously,
Jose.
We brought him with us. I promise. So
Tim,
yeah.
I don't think they'll rent the truck again to you.
Yeah. But so we'll be working on more trips after this one, but I am super excited about that. So thank you to Barak from Model for coming on the show. Super excited about what he's doing. Thank you so much to Ironman 4x4 America for becoming a new sponsor. And go to ironman4x4america.com.
They heard the show before, right?
Use look. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. At this point, we've already made the poster.
No ticky backsies.
No takesy backsies. Go to ironman4x4america.com. Use the code TrailChasers20 to get 20% discount on what you purchase. And we'll be building out more opportunities to collaborate with Ironman, and that'll tie into some of the other stuff we're trying to do for the rest of the year. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat room for hanging out. Usual suspects. A lot of you, we are going to see you in the next couple of days. Shoot me a text message and let me know when you're coming. If
The
not,
good times are right around the corner, guys.
Oh my goodness!
if you're not gonna make
scared,
if you're not gonna make the
don't be scared, Jose.
The meetup,
go in with a positive attitude, and positive things will happen. All right.
But we will see you guys soon out in the desert. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.